I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch network. Donald Trump is making his most dangerous attacks against Special Counsel Jack Smith yet on Donald Trump's social media platform is where he's posting it. And here's what happened. Special Counsel Jack Smith filed a notice to the court, technically in opposition to a filing by Donald Trump, calling out Donald Trump's extrajudicial statements whereby Donald Trump has been using his social media platform and giving interviews threatening the judge, threatening prosecutors, threatening the potential jury pool. Donald Trump's lawyers filed a motion to vacate, trying to stop Special Counsel Jack Smith from filing that under seal, calling out Donald Trump for these vicious attacks on, again, the prosecutor's office, the DOJ, on the judge. And Donald Trump's response to this all was to go on his social media platform to attack Special Counsel Jack Smith viciously and disgustingly and to lie about the January 6th committee. This is some pathetic and very dangerous stuff, folks, but we can't close our eyes and cover our ears to this reality. We need to call it out and see what's going on. The end of this video too, I'll just show you a comparison of this is what Donald Trump is saying. Let me show you what President Joe Biden is saying. But here's what Donald Trump posted. This was moments after Special Counsel Jack Smith's filing, where again, Jack Smith said to the judge that the prosecutor's office, Special Counsel's office, wants to file under seal this motion calling out Donald Trump for the threats that have been made against prosecutors and judges and the judicial system. Then Donald Trump goes on social media and does this. Donald Trump writes, "Is deranged Jack Smith the prosecutor who is continuously overturned due to his unchecked and insane aggression, investigating the political hacks and thugs of the highly partisan January 6th Unselect Committee for tampering with, deleting, and destroying highly confidential and classified documents, pictures, tapes, evidence, and all forms of other important information? If not, why? I fully believe it's because the evidence in question destroys his fake election interfering case. Dismiss suit," he puts that in all capitals, exclamation point, and then says, "The highly partisan January 6th Committee of Political Hacks and Thugs has been found to have deleted and destroyed all evidence and findings of the recently ended Committee of Trump Persecution and Hatred. This is a highly illegal act to, among other things, protect crazy Nancy Pelosi for her grossly incompetent or intentional actions regarding her weak and inadequate response to security measures taken at the Capitol for which she was responsible. This evidence is now criminally destroyed." Folks, I'm going to break this down, debunk all of this, but let's just reflect for a moment. Remove for a second the fact that Donald Trump is a treasonous, criminal, traitorous, malignant, narcissistic, sociopathic, misogynistic, lunatic maniac. Just push that to the side for a second. These statements right here, this is not normal behavior. Okay, I know large media networks perched up in their ivory tower go, "Oh, liberals, conservatives." There's nothing conservative about this filth, about this freaking trash that I just read. This is complete filth and trash. I don't care what political party you belong to. This is wrong, and this should not be emblematic of any political party. The fact that the Republican Party has now become the mutation of MAGA is so humiliating and so disgraceful to our country that no one in that MAGA Republican Party has the spine to look at such transparently treasonous and traitorous language and call it out and say that is wrong and that is despicable. And frankly, the fact that large media networks, and I'm not talking about the propaganda Kim Jong-un style Fox and OAN and Newsmax crap, they inject disinformation in the veins of their supporters each and every day, lying, feeding a diet of horrific lies. But large media networks, what are you doing right now? It's why we have the MeidasTouch network to rebut all of this stuff, but heinous and horrific. So here Donald Trump is saying what? The January 6th committee destroyed and deleted their records. Okay, then why in a filing then to the court where Special Counsel Jack Smith was requesting a trial date in January, it ultimately got set March 4th of 2024, why would Jack Smith say the following? That nearly 1 million more of the pages already produced in discovery come from the House Select Committee to investigate the January 6th attack on the United States Capitol, including hundreds of transcripts of interviews or depositions, a majority of which are also already made public, and there's a website where people can access these documents. So let me get this straight. Special Counsel Jack Smith has turned over 1 million records regarding the January 6th committee. Your lawyers in court did not say, hey, Judge Tanya Chutkin, the reason that we're not prepared to go to trial on the date that the Department of Justice is requesting is because the documents were destroyed. Now, don't you think, if we're thinking about this logically for a moment, that if the lawyers, if evidence supported what Donald Trump was saying, don't you think the argument that Trump's lawyers would make to the court is, Judge, Jack Smith saying they turned over 1 million records. They're destroyed. They don't really exist, and we need a trial continuance. We need an extension of time because we have to find these documents. If that was the case, that's an argument they would make, but it's not, and it's a complete and utter lie. And then Donald Trump goes into these dangerous conspiracies, blaming the January 6th insurrection on Nancy Pelosi. At the same time, Donald Trump and MAGA Republicans are sending congressional delegations to party with the insurrectionists in jail and to sing songs and to put songs out on Apple Music with the January 6th anthem? Are you absolutely kidding me? Then lying about Special Counsel Jack Smith's reputation. Special Counsel Jack Smith has an impeccable reputation. He's been following the law, making arguments that are consistent with evidence, admissible evidence, whereas all you're doing is putting in capital letters, dismiss the suit, thugs, hacks, crazy Nancy Pelosi, gross link. All you are, you're describing yourself, you're projecting, and you are confessing over and over again and again. What started all of this today? Why is Donald Trump? Well, he's a maniac and a lunatic every day, but it's because Special Counsel Jack Smith was trying to file under seal the document showing Donald Trump's threats. Donald Trump's lawyers then respond with an emergency motion to vacate order on government's motion to seal. That's what Trump's lawyers called it, because they want to delay this and say what? That Special Counsel Jack Smith there should be a whole briefing schedule that takes weeks of time to ultimately make the decision about whether a document should be under seal when the protective order provides that it should be under seal anyway. And as Special Counsel Jack Smith put in his opposition to Trump's filing, here's where it says it. In his motion to vacate, Donald Trump instead suggests an unworkable 3-week briefing process for the court to decide whether every ordinary filing that refers to sensitive materials may be docketed. Such a requirement would grind litigation in this case to a halt, which is particularly infeasible given the pressing matters before this court, including defendants' daily extrajudicial statements that threaten to prejudice the jury pool in this case, as described in the government's motion. The court should deny defendant Trump's motion. So what Special Counsel Jack Smith is saying right there too, and you may be saying, why hasn't Jack Smith called Donald Trump out for all of these threats and attacks? He has. It's just been filed under seal. Trump wants to try to play the victim and say, oh, you should make that public. Then when it's public, Trump's going to say, oh, now I can't get a fair trial here because Jack Smith's politicizing this and he's saying that I'm attacking him and now he's trying to taint the jury pool. That's what Trump's doing. And Jack Smith's like, I'm just trying to file this under seal pursuant to the protective order, just going through normal process. And then Trump's response is not an evidence-based approach, just going on his social media platform and acting like a freaking lunatic. All right, well, what's President Joe Biden saying? Here's what President Biden's posting. Insulin costs $10 to make, but companies have charged 30 times that amount for too long. Now seniors on Medicare are paying $35 a month, and I won't stop until that applies to every American. That's what Bidenomics is about. Okay, folks? It's not even a comparison, okay? I don't even know the conduct by Donald Trump, so utterly disturbing. It needs to be called out, folks. Check us out at MeidasTouch.com for more. And wherever you get audio podcasts, subscribe to the MeidasTouch podcast. Have a great day.
Hey, Meidas Mighty. Love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram at MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.